Alright, I'm back, and I'm going to try to beat Super C without beating Contra first. I was always used to try to beat them in sequence, but maybe if I save my energy from just beating one, obviously being the Japanese version. It takes a finite amount of time for the shots to arrive, so if you queue up the shots, before they hit anything, then you can shoot something else while you're waiting for that shot to arrive. As long as the timing in the system stays okay and Windows XP doesn't decide to start randomly timing USB events again, we'll be okay. Plus, I've had enough caffeine to kill a horse, so that helps. Whoops. Well, I guess they did the same thing I'm doing, huh? What would the 90s have been without these games? I played a lot of Super C in the 90s. And while I was playing, I listened to a lot of good music coming out, like Alice in Chains. I think Rush had some new songs in the 90s, too. Beck, Loser. That was awesome when it came out. Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Flaming Trees. Well, there was so much cool stuff we had back then. And now, just like 99% of the stuff that comes out is just junk. There isn't really any new rock coming out. And if there is, it's friggin' AI robot devil slop. And, just, I mean, there's got to be something good coming out. Maybe I'll just have to make my own grunge music or something. I've still got the angst of Generation X. I should be able to grunge the heck out of it. I can out angst anybody. Dancing on their graves. All right. 9 Inch Nails. Type O Negative, PJ Harvey. Who Beavis and Butthead thought was Mallory from whatchamacallit. What was that? Family Ties? R. Yes, there we go. Okay. The ultimate weapon. S and R. Don't get that L. This seems to be helping with the migraine I had a little bit ago. It sort of was on the edge, like it was trying to trigger itself, but it wasn't quite catching yet. I need a new pair of glasses too. These things suck. They are 7 years old now. Up yours! Gimme. Well, look out. I was trying to count the number of shots on the screen at the same time. Allegedly, Contra and Super C only support 10 simultaneous shots on the screen at the same time from the player. Oh shit. Well, we'll just have to rebuild. We will rebuild. Why are these things tougher than they usually seem to be? Because I've usually got the S by this time. Well, I had my S and I lost it. What the crap? Why are these things so hard to kill? They didn't usually seem to be that hard to do before. There we go. Shoot for the eye. There we go. Alright, well I gotta get my S and my R back. I think that's, are we about to the waterfall level yet? Or the rocky ledge level or whatever it is now? Nope. I think that's the next one. I'll never forget playing Contra for the first time at my cousin's place. We actually beat the game. We had the code. I barely beat the game. I had to use like all 3 continues. Even though, well, even with the 30 lives per continue, we still had to use all the continues to beat the game. We barely beat the game. Ah, my cousin James. He's in IT too. Whoops. Well, I'm in engineering and IT, but that's, I get to do both. Anything with a cord or a battery. Oh, cousin James. Wonder how he's doing. He's from my other side of the family. I miss them folks. They're cool. Yeah, I'll never forget though, eating jalapeno potato chips, which we couldn't afford, and playing Contra, which we couldn't afford, on a Nintendo, which we couldn't afford. How did they have so much better of a lifestyle than we did? I don't think both the parents worked. They only had one kid, just like my parents did. And I had the same kind of job. Hmm. Then again, nobody made fun of his father on the radio every week for drinking. I should imagine alcohol is probably a pretty big expense. Yeah, don't get involved with alcohol if you're a kid. I mean, you can drink a little bit, but don't take it. I mean, if it starts getting anywhere near where you're using it to get away from your problems, then you've got a problem, and you've got to get away from the alcohol, which is causing most of your problems at that point, rather than solving them. I mean, I'm not going to go completely against alcohol because I drink occasionally. I don't really like it because I don't like the effects of it. I see what it did to other people. But it's good if you got a back that hurts perpetually. Occasionally, because if you drink it all the time, you're going to just drink it all the time. That's not going to help anything. Just like about anything else, if you take too much of anything, you get stuck with it. All right, I should just be able to get an R here. I don't need the S because I've already got one, unless I perish horribly, in which case I will need the S. Don't need that M, don't need that F either. I've actually been thinking about starting a tractor shop, like one that just works on old stuff. Because evidently it's hard to find anybody who works on old stuff anymore. Like, nobody wants to play with points anymore. Actually, the big thing, nobody wants to convert stuff to fuel injection. Now, I can convert stuff to fuel injection. It's like banging rocks together for me. And I have done that. I'm actually in the process. You folks might see that pretty soon. I'm doing a Ford Galaxy. They going on a 390 from a 4-barrel carb to a 2-barrel fuel injection. Ironically, I'm actually using the correct brand of stuff for the fuel injections. I think they call it a CPI or CFI, a Ford 2-barrel throttle body. I've got a 2-barrel to 4-barrel adapter on it. And I'm hooking my old Megasquirt up to it because it's only 2 barrels. That's nothing real critical. It's going to need anything fancy. There we go. All right, let's see. I can't pause it and count the dang. Why are you not pausing? Whatever. Okay, here's the one where I always get killed. Moitorized. Hey, when you got the R on this, it looks like it shoots farther. Alright, so it's going to be a little bit because I got the van to work on, but, damn it! You bastard. I'm going to, I've got the adapter hooked up already. All I got to do is, when I get the Megasquirt in proximity to it, all I got to do is start hooking everything up, put fuel to it. But 68 Ford Galaxy, throttle body injected. Oh, shit. Well, if I can make it through this part, we're done. Go, go, go! Okay, stand still, go, shoot. Got it. Whew. Wow. The boss in this part's easy. Oh, shouldn't have said the E word. That screwed me. Well, I'm toast. I could play this on a CRT sometime. It looks better that way. Yeah. All right. Why am I having such a hard time tonight? Migraine, perhaps? There we go. Okay, stand right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. See, I've got an original Megasquirt, or a version 2.2 board with a 1.0. Oops. Ah, crap. A 1.0, well, a version 1 CPU with MS&S Megasquirt and Spark firmware on it, which nobody's probably heard for 20 years. Oh, wow. I've been working with Megasquirts for 20 years now. Think I'd be able to turn that into some money somehow or other. Well, I have, just not as much as I need to make a... Well, then again, I don't really want to make a business out of it, because every time you make a business out of your hobby starts sucking. Okay, M. Give me R. Go, 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 go. Get it. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Yeah, sometimes if you have to rely... If your hobby is something difficult and you have to rely on it, then it becomes a... If you have to rely on it for your livelihood, sometimes it becomes a drag, and you get a completely different hobby after that. I was actually a Kubota tractor mechanic like 28 years ago. Laser, no thank you. The only laser from the 80s that wasn't cool is the one in Contra. Although, this is like popping bubble wrap, man. This is cool. Maybe that's why the aliens declared war on us, because we blew all their eggs up. The spread gun's really good for this. I think I'll just keep my machine gun now. It's got rapid fire. Although, the spread gun is coming up right down here. Okay. Oh, I can't get back up to the R now, can I? Oh well. Or can I? Nope. Shoot. Oh well. It doesn't delete the sprite. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that Mega Squirt on the 390. I got the 390 unseized. It was seized up solid. And I got her freed up and it runs good. We got all 8 cylinders firing. Of course, it might have seized back up since it's been about a year since I've messed with it. There we go. I got to remember to put the drive shaft back in it before I do anything so I can put transmission fluid in it. I don't want to burn that pump up. Yeah, there's an R coming up here pretty quick. But it's paired with an M. If I get just one without the other, that would be nice. Gotcha. Alright, the ultimate weapon has arrived. And I almost lost it. Uh-oh, now I gotta wait for that to go away before I... 10 seconds. What are you, laser? Negatory there, driver. Speaking of CB slang, watch Black Dog. It's a good movie. I mean, it's not real super realistic, but I just kind of liked it. I'm not sure why. There's a good song came out with it. But that movie came out about the time I was running a pilot car for oversized loads, so I just kind of, I don't know. Plus, it's got Meatloaf as the villain. He makes a really good villain. So the van's doing good. I got it running. I got the alternator working on it, which is really good. And I got the transmission line leak fixed. Oh, by the way, there was a transmission line leak that was gigantic. Well, it wasn't real big, but every time I started it up, it would leak really bad. So apparently the catalytic converter thieves nicked one of the transmission lines when they were cutting. Thank you very much. Well, at least they left their spare blade behind when they broke into the back of the van. Anyways, so that Magnum 360 is running. No exhaust at all, just open headers. Because, they cut the converter off it and took a half of the Y pipe with them. The friggin' piece that's hard to get. It's got them ball flanges on it that's expensive or hard to find. But I've got a spare smaller one off a V6. I'm just going to weld it up. I got the bolts from Tractor Supply tonight put the flanges back together. Whoa. And I got some more tractor juice. J20A fluid. Because I used all mine moving the van last night over top of the hole in the ground where I can work on it from. The big pothole. As with the running boards on the side, it's too low for me to crawl under because I'm fat and all. And so I got to find a dip in the ground that's wide enough for me to sneak in through. So I replaced about a foot long section, or like a 6-inch section of transmission line. The pressure side, of course, with rubber hose. I got it routed away from the exhaust. It's got the good factory muffler on it. I think it's still got the muffler from the original. I mean, it's only got 98,000 miles on it. It's got the original muffler, I think. I don't think they would have had any reason to change it. It's in good shape. There's no rust on it. It's the only thing in that van that didn't rust out was the friggin' muffler. Yeah, they just tore the Y pipe right off it. Well, the one side of it. I guess they ran out of blade. They threw their used blade inside the van and took off. Man, I wish we could have caught them. Well, they know we got tons of cameras around there now. They won't come back. But the funny thing is, my truck wasn't in front of the camera at the time. My Dakota with the big rust holes in it, and they didn't even look at it. Well, I guess it was sort of in front of a camera because I could see it on the camera, but nothing moved near it. There was no marks in the grass or anything. They didn't even lay down to look to see if it had anything under it. They figured it was gone. Either that or they knew I'd come after them if they got mine. So I got to get some 2 1/4 pipe at O'Reilly's tomorrow and a couple of bends. Oh, yeah, I got to order some short radius 90 degrees, and I got to get a coupler made up to a Y pipe to put those two pieces together. It's kind of loud right now. Also, in upcoming news, the 4L boomer is going to be released once I've tested it a little bit more. And I guess there's going to be a version. Well, originally I designed it to run a 4L60E because, nobody makes a stick shift controller for a 4L60E except for me. But Instead of using separate solenoids to shift gears, the 46RE in the Dodge van uses an electronically controlled governor. So it goes from 0 to 60 psi, 60 psi being high gear and 0 psi or 5 or whatever it is being low gear. So when you don't have the computer controlling the governor, it automatically goes into default mode, which is locked into third gear, which makes it kind of hard to get up hills. So basically, you give it a certain pressure, and it stays in first gear. You up the pressure a little bit, it stays in second gear. You up the pressure the rest of the way, it goes in third gear. And then you flip a solenoid, and it goes into fourth gear, which is overdrive. So I got a Suzo HAP 4-speed Daytona USA video game arcade game shifter coming. It should be here in a couple of days. And I'm going to stick that on a little pedestal, or I might stick it on an armrest next to my seat because I haven't put an armrest on there yet because it's the cheap version that doesn't have one. Commercial version, I should say. And, well, find some place that's easy to control it from, but I don't bump it into first gear accidentally. Hook my controller up to that, and I'm going to put a semi-shifter on it with the splitter lever on it, so I can turn off and on the overdrive, and that shall be my gear shifter. Well, that's enough of that. I reckon I'll see you later.